Hello and welcome to our Ready for Raiding guide for the fourth and last encounter in the new Operation Explosive Conflict on Denova on build 1.2 Legacy. The guide is presented by the guild Revenge on the German server Exar. Warlord Kephess is the fourth and final boss of the operation. He enters in an AT-ST-like combat walker. Once you have these and countless henchmen destroyed, you can face Warlord Kephess himself. The battle is divided into 5 phases. Throughout the lifetime of the Battle Walker he fires at random players. Approximately every 20 seconds it does run a nationwide attack. This saturation fire is always directed to the cone-shaped area where the Battle Walker turns his head and begins to cast for 3 seconds, charging his guns. The entire yard can be divided into 5 adjacent pieces of cake, which can be attacked by the walker. Until the end of the third phase of the walker fires in succession in all 5 fields, starting in the west, and then goes back the other way round. After then the order is random. A player should be careful and declare the area via voice chat, so that no one stands at the time of the attack in it. The damage of the saturation fire is not directly fatal. Under normal circumstances you should avoid it too. That's an overview over the whole combat. Phase 1 Imperial Siege Droids. 3 Imperial Siege Droids surround the War Strider at the beginning. They should be destroyed in turns. That will produce the first Baradium Bomber on a random position of 3 points, northeast, northwest or southwest. He is easily recognized visually by an explosion icon over its head. This Baradium Bomber explodes just 20 seconds after its formation and it needs to be killed before that. If he dies in time, a random player will be given a Baradium explosive package, as evidenced by the explosive icon now over the player's head. This player must run under the War Strider and explode there. You can see the exact point if you click on the War Strider. So you see a red circle under it. Because every player below the War Strider receives consistent damage, only the player with the Baradium bomb package runs below it and must be healed well. In order to optimize the process, you should kill the Imperial Siege Droid in the middle at first, so that all players have a short path to all possible points of origins. Phase 2 The War Strider. The explosion temporarily removes the shield of the Strider and forces him to his knees for 20 seconds. Within this period, each player, including healers, need to deal as much damage as possible, so that the Strider at last loses 33% of his health points. Phase 2 will be repeated each time you kill a Baradium Bomber, after Phase 3 and 4. Once the Strider is destroyed, Phase 5 begins. Phase 3 The Trandoshans. Sequently, the groups of Trandoshans will be produced consisting of 5 mobs and 1 warrior. The warrior produces a violet barrier for all opponents that protects his group. Therefore it should be pulled away from the rest of the group because it reflects all area damage, so the warrior needs to be focused by single target attacks. Once it is dead, you can kill the rest of the group with area attacks. You need to repeat that 3 times until the next Baradium Bomber spawns and Phase 2 will be repeated. Phase 4 Pulsar Energy Droids. This phase runs as the prototype droid boss in the False Emperor Flashpoint. 2 Pulsar Energy Droids will emerge in the yard. One of them has a huge purple circle around it, in which each player gets enormous damage over time. This droid must be ignored. Instead, the group attacks the droid without any circle for 20 seconds, because then the other droid will lose its circle and the current droid will get the circle. So your group needs to switch targets and positions. The active Pulsar Energy Droid fires permanently with a rail shot onto the player in the most distance. Because of its 70,000 damage attack, you should choose and set aside a player with a high number of hit points and armor while the rest of the group is close to the droid. If you do not have a tank for disposal, you can try an alternative to reduce the chance to hit the droid, such as Obfuscate of Marauders. Phase 5 Warlord Kephess. This phase begins after the third Baradium Bomber spawns. Warlord Kephess will climb out of his War Strider and needs to be tanked while the rest of the group deals with the Bomber and the War Strider. When the War Strider dies, everybody needs to focus on Kephess. Kephess deals huge damage on the tanks because his attacks ignore every death stat including armor. Until Warlord Kephess hits 60% of his health, he does only a mighty leap. He shoots into the air like Superman and suggests seconds later in a random position. This passage is marked with a big red circle. At 60%, Warlord Kephess uses the ability Gift of the Masters and turns into a black shadow creature. During the transformation, he places a violet circle on the floor in a similar radius as the pulsar energy droids before. Your group needs to leave the circle instantly or form a camp and use every defense ability you have to survive the area damage. From that moment, Kephess uses Breath of the Masters over and over again on the current tank. The player then receives a debuff and leaves 5 successive purple circles on the ground that harm everybody in it. Remain there for the rest of the fight. The player must therefore run away from Kephess to the edge of the yard and place the circles there. The second tank needs to taunt Kephess. You must repeat this until Warlord Kephess dies. Thank you for watching our guide. More guides will follow soon. Please subscribe our channel or visit our website readyforraiding.com. Stay tuned. Good luck to everyone and may the force be with you.
Go.
Ja,
Yes.
Legendary Ball.
Sehr geil.
Boah, Leute. Basti, bitte sag mal, dass du es beschreibst hast.
Ja, klar.
Boah,
Ich hab's auch.
Fire